Joining me now for a look at the local markets is Gilburt. He's the Stockbroking Portfolio Manager at Nedbank Private Wealth. Very good afternoon to you, Grant. Well, positivity across the board. I like what I'm seeing. Above 54,000 in today's trading session. It's
not every day we see all the sectors green, and with the rand below 13. So I think it was quite a nice performance from your SA-focused stocks. So what was quite interesting is to see quite a nice recovery in your SA cyclicals, and I think that has a lot to do with some of the interest rate expectations given the CPI number that we've seen. And then Naspers also had a really strong day, and the platinum miners continue to have quite a nice rally, so green across the board and very, very nice to see.
Well, what are your expectations for the MPC?
My expectations is no cut, but I do think that towards the end of the year, probably starting in September, we could see a more dovish tone. Does that mean 50 basis points? I don't think so. I think 25 basis points. I think the risk is, of course, still the ratings downgrades that we could possibly see towards the end of next year. So I think they will strike a far more dovish tone, but I don't think that they would be extremely aggressive in cutting the rates.
We also had retail sales numbers coming out today. It's better than expected, 1.7% for the month of May, but retailers have come under a lot of pressure. ShopRite yesterday out with a trading update. The market not liking that one, but today the share is doing a whole lot better.
That's right. I mean, the South African consumer has been under pressure the last 18 to 24 months, and we definitely see that reflected in the valuations and also in the share prices of the majority of these retailers. So I think ShopRite actually had a really good set of numbers out yesterday, so revenue up 10%, which I think in this environment is really, really positive. But I guess what you've got to do at the moment is really take an 18 to 24-month view on the retailers. So we've already chatted about CPI and inflation, and we do know that this is starting to moderate, which does bode well for the consumers. So I think if you look closely at some of those retailers, I don't think they're trading on demanding multiples, but you are taking a bit of a risk there.
So which retailers are you looking at currently? We've just had a chat about ShopRite. Where are you finding value at this stage?
So I like combining Woolies and ShopRite. I still think there's a massive self-help story with Woolies in Australia. I like being exposed to the higher income earners in South Africa, and I think ShopRite, you can't match that footprint, and you can't match the quality of their management team and their operations. I mean, we just saw their revenue being up 10% when the likes of Massmarts were really, really struggling. So I like to play it in a combination, so both Woolies and ShopRite.
It's also been very interesting to see Lonmin edging up quite a bit. I think previous sessions it was up about 15% and another 15%. So overall it's close on 40% gain. That was after that operational update for the third quarter. Things are looking really good. They've managed to cut costs. But is this a stock that you'll be going in right now? Do you think it has turned the corner finally?
Yeah, I think really good is the operative word. I mean, the market has been really concerned about their balance sheet. We of course know they went through a massive rights offer in order to shore up that balance sheet. But they even said themselves, I mean, they were very, very close to breaking some of their covenants. So they were in a very precarious situation, but luckily they're out of it for now. Does this mean I'm bullish on the stock? No. If I was to choose a platinum stock, I would definitely go for Anglo-American Platinum. I think you really want to be exposed to the miners that are the lowest down on the cost curve. So Lonmin, yes, I mean, it's reacted very, very well, and it's very geared to an increasing platinum price. But in the long term, I'm happy to stick with Amplats.
What about the gold sector? Are you finding any value there?
It's really difficult to follow those. I mean, it is, of course, a very volatile sector, and it's all dependent on the rand gold price. The gold price, I think, is looking quite interesting now that the Fed probably won't be as aggressive with their rate hikes. And given all the political uncertainty in the world, I think gold will continue to store some value. But that's not a sector that I follow too closely.
Okay. And we've also got banks, which did quite well in today's trading session together with your retailers. When the cabinet reshuffle took place and a whole lot of other political things that happened, the banking index was under a lot of pressure. Have we managed to get back some of those losses, or are banks still under a bit of pressure?
So I think if we go back to Nenegate, yes, we've made back those gains, but even just before the firing of Minister Gordon, the banks were looking quite strong. So they haven't subsequently recovered to those levels. And I think it is a factor of local GDP growth. So until I think we see tremendous or a little bit better GDP growth, you have to be quite cautious on these banks.
We'll have to leave it there. Gilburt, Stockbroking Portfolio Manager at Nedbank Private Wealth.